Why did I get suckered in the beginning to hope of Ben Askren maybe doing something against this cat? I was wrong because he did nothing. It was terrible. In his face. What's going on, boxing fans? Today here at Three Shades, we're going to do something a little different. More of the whatever.
Whatever.
Because as much as I don't want to give press to that jackass, he gets enough anyway, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like I'm giving him extra or anything. Like, you know, our little ass channel. I mean, I don't want to give him any press. I just got to shut up. This guy here, I'm sure there's a lot of you out there that agree. He's the most annoying dude in the world, and Jake Paul. God, do I want to see Jake fall? Do I know that he's going to lose this fight? No.
No.
Because, I mean, as much as I can't stand him, dude can box a bit, man.
Well, it looks like he's taking it seriously.
I mean, yeah, he's taking it seriously, but
we'll see.
My problem is he's fighting people.
He's not fighting. He's not fighting.
He fought a basketball star. He fought...
And a retired Nate Robertson. Like,
yeah, come on, man. Let's be real. I mean, he fought Ben Askren, who can't throw a hand to save his life. He is literally known only for wrestling. World-class wrestler, but that's it.
Not a boxer.
No, he's an MMA fighter, but he's a ground and pound. He wants to get you on the ground and pound you into the floor.
Can't do that in boxing.
No, you got to stand there, and that's why my boy was asleep in a minute. Well, he didn't get knocked out, but he was on his ass. Yeah. He did get planted on his ass. You know, and it's just getting on my nerves, the cockiness of this kid. Like, I know he's doing it for money and fame and all that. I get it. But at the same time, there's there's a cool way to do it, and then there's the kind of flare-up that he's going to be.
Yeah. Wow.
And then into the wind he goes.
Well, I think, like, when he gets knocked out, that'll be the end of...
you
know what I mean?
I would like to think that, but I know he's got... How many more fights does he have on his contract with Showtime? Is it only one more right now? I think it's only one more fight he's got with them right now.
Okay.
And what I would like to see... Now, he's got to fight with them regardless, win or lose. And Tyron Woodley has a really hard right hand. My dude can throw his right hand.
Yeah.
But my dude he's 40.
Yeah.
Just about 40, or he will be 40 when this fight happens. I mean, that's up there with us.
And
is this I'm sorry, guy.
No, and he's known as what, a world class.
He's in the argument for one of the best welterweights ever. He's not the best ever, but he's in the argument.
Right. But, you know, he's mostly known for
yeah, he is, but he's mostly known for, you know, his ground game. He wants to wrestle.
There you go.
Exactly.
Takes him to the ground.
And he's got a sleeper of a right hand.
Right, not to say that he doesn't have hands.
Yeah.
He got hands, but, you know, when you're talking about boxing...
Versus MMA style hands. Like, now, if he was fighting somebody with the hand style of, like, a Jorge Masvidal, then I would say that would be a better judgment of what he could do. Because Jorge's got hands, and that's all he's got that boxing head movement.
Well, now, if he was fighting Jorge, this would be, I feel like we would be having a completely different conversation.
Yeah.
They're taking more than half of Tyron's tool belt.
Away from, more than half, like, 80% of it.
Like, yeah, because
exactly.
If it was a UFC fight, he would have to worry about the shoot-in.
Oh my God!
Oh,
he would get destroyed, dude. It wouldn't be fair.
Yeah, it couldn't be a UFC.
You can't even have that argument. It's just you can't, man. You can't take a person who's only doing boxing and put them in MMA.
No,
they will get killed. That's what I used to say about people like, well, Floyd, he's so good at boxing to where if he went into the cage with Conor, he could still stand with him. No,
listen, it is different.
No, dude, he could not. One leg kick and he is going to fall apart.
Listen, and if you don't think that you've never been leg kicked, if you don't think that the leg kick plays a factor, then it's not happening to you.
Yeah.
I've actually had my leg kicked out on the street. Trust me.
It sucks. Yeah. Nobody can know that pain until you've been hit with it. A good leg kick, it takes it out of you for a second. You know, it's Someone's getting punched in the jaw, you get hit hard enough, man. It hurts so bad, especially
it comes in bunches.
in that right part of the leg.
Yes.
Man, no good.
It comes in bunches. And it comes to the inside and outside.
Yeah.
It make you break out in a sweat, like hitting your knee on the trailer hitch.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
It's funny, I was actually, it's funny we talked about him too, and we're talking about this right now because I was just today watching some old fight clips that I like watching old fights. And I came across the Jorge Masvidal versus Al Iaquinta. And personally, I think Jorge won that fight, but he lost the fight according to judges, and you know it is what it is. Don't let it go to the judges. Knock somebody out. But the leg kicks that Jorge was eating, dude, his leg was purple in spots. And he kept having to switch to southpaw, and I'm like, yo, I know that lead leg is killing him.
Yeah, it's killing him.
Yeah.
So they don't have to deal with that shit here, and that's why when boxing guys talk about they can turn over into the world of MMA, it usually does not work out. Even with kickboxing, it usually doesn't work out. You got your certain ones that shine through it, like the brightest example right now is your Israel Adesanya.
Yeah.
You know? But there's only a handful that you could say succeed when they have come from kickboxing into the world of MMA. Once you get in the cages, it's a different world.
It is.
Yeah.
You know?
It is.
People don't
Below
understand
the belt shit.
Yeah, they don't understand.
It's all
that.
fair game now.
It's no just jumping from one to the other. You have to respect MMA and give it the time.
Totally.
Like if you're going to go from one, boxing or kickboxing into MMA, you have to give it the respect and put the time and work in.
Absolutely.
To, learn these different avenues of attack, I guess.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's a good way of putting it.
Defenses against these.
But
you know what I mean?
it's life changing the first time you get into that cage, and say you're a boxer, you get taken down, and then an elbow rained into your head when there's no room for your head to go backwards. It's just head mat.
Listen, God rest his soul. If the big dog was still here, we could ask him. He went from boxing. And I mean, it was
Kimbo?
Yeah. Big dog Kimbo. I mean, if he went
had trouble in MMA.
Yes.
God, did I want him to do good
Me
too.
too.
When he was on the Ultimate Fighter.
Me too. But I think if he started when he was younger, then he'd be able to adapt.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But big countryman straight put him in a crucifix twice and laid on his ass and just pounded his ass.
Yeah, that was hard to watch.
It was so hard to watch, man, because I was a real big Kimbo guy, man.
Yeah, that was hard to watch.
But yeah,
Kimbo didn't have that ground game.
He did not.
No,
he did not. But scrapping in the streets will make a throw.
Oh yeah. Props to him. He was. Listen, we're talking about Kimbo. He wasn't a joke.
I'll tell you what. My favorite fight that I've ever seen from him is actually one that he lost in the streets when him and that cop fought.
Oh man.
Dude,
it was fighting for like 45 minutes.
The only reason he lost is he was just done.
He was just winded.
He was like, I'm done. I'm just going to lay down here.
Yep.
I'm done. I don't give a shit.
You ain't dead yet.
Yeah, but I will say this. Say this. The big-ass cop outlasted Kimbo as far as standing up. But my man's face told a different story.
Yes, it did.
You know what I mean? That shit did not look normal.
He was leaking, and he was like all puffy. And
the
next day, I
put them paws on him.
Woo!
Put them lumps on him.
Yeah.
And he hit
He
so
felt
hard.
for weeks after that.
Yeah.
He hit so hard.
So I guess we got to talk about this jackass.
Oh yeah, we were talking.
So
about
so going straight to boxing.
Yeah,
for Tyron,
it could be tough. I mean, he does have hands, and he has been training. So, I mean, is he talented enough to pick up hands enough in a short amount of time to fight a knucklehead like this? I really hope so.
I would hope so.
I do hope so. I do hope to see him get blasted and slept.
Yeah.
Do I know what's going to happen? No. And I will say, he's got a pretty hard right hand, man. When he hits people with his right hand, it's pretty hard. Mm-hmm. Now, all that being said, before we even get into this shit, I want to see the second fight with him be versus Tommy Fury.
He was calling for it, wasn't he?
Here's the best part. This jackass is coming out there on Instagram and wherever his platform is, because I follow him on nothing.
Nothing at all. Yeah.
But I see his clips pop up on YouTube. He's out there saying that Tommy has to put in more work to be on his level to call him out and want to fight him.
You serious?
And the other thing that bothered me too is during these Instagram clips, jackass Jake Paul comes out and says that Tommy Fury is trying to get famous on the coattails of his brother, his big brother. Isn't that like exactly what he's doing with Logan?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Is it
It's
just
like, there's
me?
no room on these coattails but for me.
Exactly. All right, so I guess let's entertain this shit.
I guess let's do it. Yeah.
It's only 30 seconds.
Boxing's most polarizing figure has silenced all his opponents.
All right, hold on.
What is next
Why
test
are they
is
doing
his
that?
toughest.
Selected Tyron Woodley.
A combat sports legend with expert striking. Now, the fight critics said Jake Paul should never take.
Jake Paul.
Is here. Who wants it? Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley, Sunday, August 29th, live on pay-per-view.
I was about to have you
whoever
stop
did that
because I don't
CGI
understand.
stuff did a good job. 'cause it
Okay,
looked like they were
there's a
actually fighting
whole
each other.
lot of
Yeah.
bullshit involved in that.
Oh, yeah, we were gonna stop.
No, no, no.
I was just gonna be like, no,
No,
I
no,
can't
no.
even stop.
We're gonna.
Hold on.
I'm calling out bullshit as I see it.
Boxing's most
Well, it's
polarizing
right
figure
there.
has silenced all his opponents.
Bullshit.
But his next test is his toughest.
Fighter selected
That's true.
Tyron Woodley.
A combat sports legend
That's
with
true.
expert striking. Now,
Bullshit.
The fight critics said Jake Paul should never take.
Jake Paul.
Bullshit.
Wants it more. Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley, Sunday, August 29th, live on pay-per-view.
Yeah, but Jake Paul's punch would have came first. That's the problem. If that's what that was my first thought. That was an MMA punch. A boxer's gonna hit here. That before this gets there.
He's got to block that.
Yeah. But okay, I call bullshit on boxing's most polarizing figure.
Oh,
Kiss my entire ass.
straight.
Who the hell
Well,
made
they're
that
selling
bullshit?
There's
Selling it? It makes me want to show my ass to the TV.
cheeks.
Are you kidding me with this right now?
That was
Boxing's most polarizing. You're a friggin' idiot.
There is a farm somewhere missing a bull right now. I swear to you.
It's horseshit, dude. You know, well, I mean, I said bullshit, but I'm there's a reason to this one when they says he has silenced every one of his opponents.
What?
Yes, he has officially silenced every one of his opponents.
He didn't fight nobody.
That's the point I want to make is what opponents? What opponents? What opponents? Who the hell's scared to stand up and fight Ben Askren? Holy shit. Who has he fought? I mean, yes, that was true that they said in there. This is going to be his toughest fight yet.
Yes.
But dude, does that mean it wouldn't be so great if like Tyron got just frustrated and just did a double leg takedown on him and just started elbowing him in his face?
Actually, I was going to say that.
You know, and then
Great.
he's an MMA legend. Yes, fact.
Oh yeah, for sure.
With expert hands. Huh? He's not known for his hands. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, he's known for one punch. One punch.
Satama?
Yeah.
That's it. Then what? Hassan Chop. Well, I'm just saying, like, why am I doing this again?
Boxing's most polarizing figure has silenced all his opponents. But his next test is his toughest.
Fighter selected Tyron Woodley.
A combat sports legend with expert striking. Now, the fight critics said Jake Paul should never take.
I've never heard anybody say he should never take this. This is...
Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley, Sunday, August
See,
29th.
I know it.
live on
It's
pay-per-view.
obviously a Team Paul jackass that made this teaser. You know, it's obvious.
He's throwing punches with his tongue out.
What did he?
Was Jordan boxing, I guess?
Uppercut his tongue off.
Right. What is going on here?
Even the shadow boxing, you can tell the difference. You know
Yeah,
what
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like when you watch Jake Paul and some of his training videos working the mitts, he don't look bad. But you want me to be real? Anybody can look decent hitting the mitts after you learn a pattern.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Do it. Hit
How
a
many
moving
hours
target.
has he tried that?
Hit a
you know?
moving target doing that. I mean, he has, but I mean, again, Ben Askren and Nate Robinson.
Yeah.
Whoop-de-friggin' do.
No boxers.
Dude, did you see
No
how
professional,
bad Nate Robinson looked?
amateurs. Exactly.
Dude, that was like one of the worst look. He did not belong in a pair of boxing gloves and shorts. It looked
Nate-
ridiculous.
The Great is not a boxer.
No, not even a little bit.
I like Nate. I like Nate a lot. He's not a freaking boxer.
Yeah, why do
There
these-
was no way he should have been in that ring. None.
Why do all of a sudden people think that basketball players can box.
Who's surrounding you?
Like, I just heard this the other day. I saw this online. There was a question going
Too many
around.
yes men.
Right.
There was literally a question going around, which is one of the most outlandish things I've ever heard in my entire life,
So ridiculous.
was that if LeBron James had trained boxing since he was a kid, would he be able to beat Mike Tyson in his prime?
No.
No! Are you forgetting? That guy was a murderer. He says, I want to eat your children.
The guy still is a murderer.
Dude, I'm
Truthfully.
50-some years old. I am not taking that shot.
I mean, we see a different champ now, but nobody wants to find out.
Dog, no way.
There's no, you know what? You know when people will start,
Ferocity, bro.
When
He's like
people-
Bane.
right? You know when people will start being like, oh yeah, well, start loosening up on or being tight-lipped about Mike when he's gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like Bruce Lee.
Dude, did you see
We're
how
talking about
Roy
him now.
Jones reacted to that punch when Tyson was going to the body? And dude, in that fight, you want me to be fully honest? I mean, I'm sure anybody
They were
who's...
both going pretty easy.
No.
They were
Roy
like-
Jones was trying to get in on Tyson, but the problem is Mike wanted the fight to go on. This is just my assessment. Mike didn't want to knock him out. That's why Mike, 90% of the fight went to his body. Mike could have took upstairs a lot. Roy kept trying. He was hitting him from all funny angles, doing his Roy Jones thing.
Yeah.
And he's great, don't get me wrong, but he doesn't belong in there with Mike Tyson.
Two
Mike is
Jones.
different.
Not
bro.
even at that age, bro.
Mike is different, man.
He is different. He's a scary, scary man. I don't give a shit who you are. People are like, could he beat Muhammad Ali in his prime? Yes. In my opinion, 100% yes. Mike Tyson in his prime, in his early 20s, would beat anybody in history of boxing. And it's only an opinion of mine.
I could see the Muhammad Ali thing because he was more cerebral. The rope-a-dope.
I get it. But he is not eating that punch.
Yeah, he wouldn't eat the. Yeah,
There's
he would
no
not.
friggin' way. The ferocity and
He
the...
wouldn't allow himself to
It's-
eat that punch, though.
I don't think he'd have a choice, dude.
You know what?
Everybody said that, and I don't think you'd have a choice because look, it's
Everybody
not
has a
just the
plan.
power. Yes,
Right.
yes, it's not just the power. It's the way he condenses that power
Yeah.
into one giant explosion
And it's
as
his
it hits you.
movement
He's
and
moving.
everything, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and the
the
way
way
it
he
hits
moves,
you. Yeah,
yeah.
dude.
I
There's
don't
an
know.
argument to be made for Muhammad Ali. I am
Oh, yeah,
not
for
taking
sure.
that away.
For sure.
Frazier,
Yeah,
Foreman.
he was-
There's
he'd
an
be floating
argument to
around
be
him,
made for
Yeah.
all of them. But in my personal opinion, opinion,
No opinion.
in my personal opinion, when Mike was on his best ever, there was nobody that could touch him, in my opinion.
Well,
And I'm sure, and if you want to comment and talk to me, I'm all down to talk to you about it.
Yeah.
All right, that was a long spiel about Mike, but
Yeah.
that's my word, and I'm sticking to it.
I know you'd rather talk about Mike than
Yeah.
Paul.
I mean, really.
I totally almost had a
It's
Forrest
nobody.
moment, though. That's all I got to say about that.
I mean,
That's what I kind of want to say about this jerk
Right.
off.
He's more of a somebody than we are, but
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, he totally is.
Yeah.
We're nothing. We're nothing. I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
We're a reaction channel with not even 1,000 subs, which we're working on. So please share it away.
Yep.
But
Like, subscribe, that
Yeah.
kind of stuff.
I'm gonna have to watch it. That's how annoying that is. Boxing's most polarizing figure. Oh, the hell with Tyson Fury. Who is he?
Right.
We're talking about polarizing. That dude is like the most polarizing champion we've had in a long time. Watching him talk, dude, that shit makes me just sit there like, this is fun. You know what I mean? It's hilarious. I can watch that guy talk all day. He just talks shit and backs it up. He's almost a giant version and less dickish version of Connor. You know? Because he will talk shit right to you. Like, I'm going to come through you like a truck. And I love that kind of talk. But he doesn't get like dirty and dickish with it. Like Connor,
Yeah.
once it all started wearing off and people weren't buying it as much anymore, he started going outside the box and became kind of a dick. I like Connor.
Talking
I love
about
Conor McGregor.
Dudes' wives and
Yeah,
stuff
that's where you
and
can't
all
you
that.
can't go there. You leave
Yeah.
families out of it, man. I don't dig when people do that.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Even if anything, not
Slow.
saying anything he said is true, but even if anything has validity to it, or truth or whatever,
Right.
you don't bring that into the fight game and into the
Nah,
public.
you
You
don't.
come on, man, take it out in the ring, see what you got.
Yep. Yep.
On that note, that's what we're gonna see what these two dudes do, and we got a 40-year-old Tyron Woodley taking on a 20 jackass age jerk off. Who cares?
But I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. One more time. Oh Lord. Oh jeez.
Well, if you like that, like the video and subscribe to the page. Hit the bell to stay tuned for new content, and leave us a comment below to let us know if you agree or disagree with what we had to say. We want to hear what you have to say about it. On that note, we are 3 Shades of Whatever.